All right, buckle up for a deep dive, folks. We're talking Man City versus Liverpool this Sunday.
Huge match.
It really is. Sunday, February 23rd, 4:3 p.m. GMT at the Etihad.
Can't wait.
Over 53,000 screaming fans, and this one could be massive for the title race. But you know what?
Yeah.
What makes this even better?
What's that?
You guys have given us a ton of analysis and predictions to really get into this.
Yeah, we've got all the info thanks to you guys, match details, recent form, all the stats, even some betting tips.
We're going to break it all down.
See what we can expect from this clash of the Titans.
Okay, so Etihad Stadium, Sunday afternoon. Picture yourself there. The atmosphere is electric, and two Premier League giants are about to go at it.
It's going to be intense.
So let's start with the home team. Manchester City attacking football, beautiful passing.
That intricate passing game.
They usually go with a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that formation is key for them. That solid base in midfield with the two holding players, but then those attacking midfielders, they can roam around, cause havoc.
It really suits their players.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of players, we're talking Haaland, the goal machine.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's that injury concern.
right, is he going to be 100%? We're not sure.
Then there's De Bruyne, the midfield maestro, pulls the strings, sets everything up.
The puppet master.
And of course, Foden, young and dynamic, adding even more firepower.
I mean, come on, they've got so much attacking talent, it's almost unfair. But we can't forget the defense. Dia Stone's Akanji.
Yeah, they're a solid backline, but those potential injuries to Stones and Akanji,
Yeah.
that could be an issue. That's something Liverpool might be able to take advantage of.
Interesting point. Now let's talk about those red contenders. Liverpool, high pressing, intense.
Always on the front foot.
They switch between 4-3-3 and 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, and they do it so seamlessly. Sometimes, even in the same match, 4-3-3 gives them that extra strength in midfield 4-2-3-1, a bit more attacking threat.
So it's all about adapting to the opponent.
Absolutely. Reading the game and reacting.
So no matter what formation they use up front, they've got Salah,
Egyptian king.
speedster, clinical finisher.
Deadly on the counter.
Then there's Van Dijk at the back,
The Colossus.
a force to be reckoned with in the air.
He just commands that defense. So crucial for their stability.
And of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the right back, who's basically a playmaker.
He's practically a winger at times.
Incredible runs and crosses.
Yeah, he's one to watch for sure. And alongside Van Dijk, there's Konate, another rock at the back.
Liverpool's defense is deep.
Yeah, even with Gomez and Bradley potentially out, they've got players like Konate who can step right up. They've shown that resilience time and time again.
Now, Gakpo might be out injured.
Yeah.
But Luis Diaz is ready to step in.
More than capable of filling those shoes.
But let's move on from reputations for a second.
Okay.
How have these teams actually been playing recently? Let's talk form.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Starting with City. It's been a bit of a mixed bag lately. 4 wins, 3 losses in their last 7.
Not the usual dominance we're used to seeing.
Exactly. A little bit shaky.
So they're not invincible.
Well, nobody is, but they're definitely not at their best right now. But they're still strong at home, winning about 4 out of 6 at the Etihad. However,
There's a but.
there's always a but. They have been conceding goals, about 1.3 per game at home.
Okay, so maybe not as solid defensively as we might think.
Right. There's a chink in the armor.
Liverpool, on the other hand,
Oh, they're on fire.
undefeated in their last 7 league games.
4 wins, 3 draws. They're rolling.
And their away record is impressive too.
3 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. They're not afraid to go on the road and get a result,
They're scoring consistently.
averaging 1.8 goals away from home.
Solid defense too.
Absolutely. They know how to shut teams down.
So just based on form,
On paper,
Liverpool has the edge.
they're the more consistent team coming into this match.
Yeah.
But as we all know, anything can happen on match day, especially in a rivalry like this.
Okay, so we've talked about the teams, the formations, the recent form, but now let's go deeper. Let's look at the stats.
I love stats.
The numbers tell a story.
They really do. For example, defensive strength. City have only kept a clean sheet in about 20% of their last 7 matches. Liverpool are at 30%.
So that suggests maybe Liverpool can shut down City's attack.
It's a possibility. But hold on, because here's the thing. Both teams are very likely to score. There's only about a 10-12% chance that either team will fail to find the net.
So we should be ready for goals.
Oh yeah. Buckle up for a goal fest.
Diving deeper into the attacking stats, City averages slightly more goals per game at 2.3, but Liverpool are arguably more efficient.
Efficiency is key.
What do you mean by efficient?
Well, they're scoring around 2 goals per match, but they're conceding less. They make their chances count. And that can be crucial in a big game like this.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly. And to add to that, Liverpool only concede about 1 goal per match compared to City's 1.4. That might not seem like a huge difference, but in a tight game, it could be the deciding factor.
All right, so goals are on the menu. But let's talk tactics. How do you think these two teams will approach the game?
Well, City will probably stick with their 4-2-3-1. They love that possession-based game, those quick transitions.
I'd like to control the tempo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Liverpool, they'll probably go with their high-pressing system, that dynamic wing play to put pressure on City's defense.
So it's a real clash of styles.
Possession versus pressing.
Yeah.
It always makes for an exciting tactical battle.
Yeah.
And historically, when these two teams meet with these tactics, we see fireworks. Think back to those classic encounters, those last-minute goals, the dramatic comebacks, the controversial decisions. It's never dull.
I'm already excited. All right, now for the part everyone's been waiting for: betting tips and predictions. But before we get into that, just remember, this is all based on the data we've discussed. So starting with match outcome predictions.
Okay, so according to the data, a Liverpool win is the most likely outcome, with a probability of about 40% and decimal odds of 2.50.
Yeah.
Their consistency and form give them the edge.
So Liverpool to win is the bold prediction.
If you're feeling confident, go for it. But a draw is also a real possibility, at about 35% probability and odds of 2.86. City's home advantage could be a factor.
So it's not a sure thing for Liverpool.
Not at all. And then there's a City win, less likely at 25% probability and odds of 3.2, but not impossible. If their attack is firing and they can tighten up at the back, they can pull it off.
So those straight-up win bets are a bit risky?
Yeah, a bit of a gamble. For those who want to play it a bit safer, there's the double chance bet of a Liverpool win or a draw. That's at 75% probability and odds of 1.33. So you're basically covering the two most likely outcomes.
Right, so double chance bet lets you bet on 2 outcomes.
Exactly. You win if either of those happens. It's a good option in a game like this, where it's hard to predict a clear winner.
Okay, so double chance bets are good for the cautious folks. What about goals? We know there are likely to be plenty.
Over 2.5 goals is a very safe bet at 68% probability and odds of 1.47. With all that attacking talent on show, I'd be surprised if we didn't see at least 3 goals.
All right, so over 2.5 goals is a good bet for those who like action.
Absolutely. And for the more adventurous bettors out there, there are parlay options. These are basically combinations of bets. So you could combine a Liverpool win with over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. That could lead to a big payout, but it's a higher risk.
For a risk, higher reward.
Exactly. But if you want to try a parlay, but be a bit more cautious, you could combine a Liverpool win or draw with over 1.5 goals. That covers the most likely outcomes without too much risk.
Okay, so we've got options for everyone, but remember, this match is about more than just numbers and predictions.
Oh, absolutely. It's Manchester City versus Liverpool, a chapter in a legendary rivalry.
The history, the passion, the drama.
It's all there.
Yeah.
Think back to those classic encounters, the last-minute goals, the controversial moments. It's what makes this rivalry so captivating.
It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. And even though the data we've looked at seems to favor Liverpool, we can't forget that football is a game of moments. One moment of brilliance, one mistake, one lucky bounce can change everything.
That's why we love it. Anything can happen.
So enjoy the spectacle, folks, whether you're placing bets or just soaking in the atmosphere. This Sunday's match is going to be one to remember.
Use this deep dive to enhance your viewing experience.
Exactly. Pay attention to the tactics. The individual battles the flow of the game. And who knows, maybe we'll witness something truly special, something that defies all logic and prediction.
That's the beauty of football.
Yeah.
The unpredictable nature of the game keeps us coming back for more.
And there's so much more to this rivalry. We've only just scratched the surface.
Right, we've got to talk about the history, the tactical nuances, those individual battles that can make all the difference.
So stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll be diving even deeper into the heart of this incredible rivalry.
It's amazing how these two clubs, they're so different. You know, their styles, their identities, but they just keep pushing each other to be better.
They've raised the bar for the whole Premier League.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like a chess match out there. Each manager trying to outsmart the other.
Tactical masterminds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can see how their tactics have evolved over the years. Remember when Pep first came to City?
Oh, yeah.
Possession-based football, it was like a breath of fresh air.
Next level stuff, tiki-taka on steroids.
They were dominating games with their passing and attacking.
And then what happened?
Klopp came along with his high-pressing system.
The Gijit press.
Exactly. A direct counter to City's dominance. Disrupt their rhythm. Force them into mistakes.
A tactical arms race.
And it's given us some unforgettable matches That 4-3 thriller at Anfield a few years back.
Oh man, what a game.
And that 2-2 draw at the Etihad where City scored in the last minute to steal a point.
Classic encounters.
Edge of your seat stuff, pure drama.
The history between these two clubs is full of these moments.
Iconic goals, last-minute winners, controversial decisions.
It's more than just tactics and goals though, right?
Right. It's about the narratives, the individual battles, the moments of brilliance that become legendary.
Like Aguero's title-winning goal against QPR.
Oh yeah, I still get goosebumps thinking about that one.
And Gerrard's slip that gifted the title to City.
Heartbreak for one side, pure joy for the other. That's what fuels this rivalry. The highs and lows, the agony and the ecstasy.
It's not just the fans who get caught up in it either.
No way. You see it in the players, the managers, everyone. The intensity is off the charts.
Pep on the touchline, pacing back and forth, living every moment.
And Klopp with his fist pumps and his hugs.
They're both so passionate.
They transmit that passion to their players, to the fans. It's infectious.
You can't help but get swept up in it.
That's what makes this rivalry so special. It's about the love of the game, the desire to win, the sheer will to overcome the opponent.
It's beautiful and brutal at the same time.
Absolutely. A roller coaster of emotions.
Speaking of which, earlier we talked about some of the traditional bets, but let's dive into some of the more niche options for the real betting aficionados.
Okay, let's get creative. You could bet on the number of corners in the match, for example.
Corners? Really?
Yep, or the time of the first goal.
Interesting.
Or even the number of yellow cards.
Wow, that's getting pretty specific.
It's all about finding those little edges, those hidden opportunities.
So if you're feeling really confident about Liverpool's defense, you could bet on them to keep a clean sheet.
Exactly.
Right.
Or if you think it's going to be a feisty match, you could go for over 4.5 yellow cards.
So that means 5 or more yellow cards in the match.
Right. Lots of tasty options out there.
Yeah.
But remember, gamble responsibly.
Absolutely. Only bet what you can afford to lose. At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying the spectacle.
It's going to be a match for the ages.
Speaking of spectacle, we've talked about history tactics betting. Now we need to talk about the mind games.
Oh yes, the psychological warfare.
It's all part of the build-up, isn't it?
The pre-match press conferences, the carefully chosen words, the subtle digs at the opposition.
Pep is a master of it.
He's so philosophical, so enigmatic, keeps everyone guessing.
And Klopp, he's more about passion and motivation.
The underdog mentality, rousing the troops and the fans.
Do you think these mind games actually work?
I think they can.
Yeah.
They can plant seeds of doubt or inspire a team to greatness.
So we need to pay attention to what's being said off the pitch as well as on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The pre-match chatter can reveal a lot about each manager's mindset.
It's fascinating how all these elements come together to shape the narrative of this rivalry.
It's what makes it so compelling. The clash of styles, the battle of personalities, the tactical chess match.
It's a global spectacle.
And while we've done our best to break it down, analyze the data, make predictions, it all comes down to the players on the day.
Their skill, their determination, their will to win will decide the outcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's just sit back and enjoy the show.
But before we do that, let's shift our focus to the individual battles that are going to take place within this epic clash.
Because sometimes it's those head-to-head matchups that can tip the balance.
One player can change the game. You know, we can talk about tactics and formations all day long, but sometimes it comes down to those individual battles on the pitch, you know, those one-on-one matchups.
Absolutely. Those moments where a player just steps up and you see that clash of skill. And
think about Haaland and Van Dijk going head-to-head.
Oh man, that's going to be epic.
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Haaland with his pace and power.
Trying to get past Van Dijk, who's like a wall.
And Van Dijk reading the game, anticipating every move, trying to shut him down.
It's going to be physical.
A real test of strength and will.
And whoever wins that battle could determine the whole match.
For sure.
Then there's the midfield battle, De Bruyne against whoever Klopp decides to put on him.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Maybe Fabinho, maybe Henderson.
Maybe even Thiago if he's fit.
It's a tough choice for Klopp because De Bruyne, he's just so creative.
He sees passes that nobody else sees.
And he can score goals too.
Right, so whoever marks him, it's going to be a long day.
They'll need to be disciplined, stay focused every second.
And we can't forget about Trent Alexander-Arnold on that right flank.
Oh yeah, he loves to bomb forward.
Those crosses are dangerous.
City's going to have to be ready for him.
It's going to be a chess match all over the pitch.
Yeah.
Every position is key. Every battle could be decisive. And that's what makes this rivalry so special.
It's a clash of styles, a battle of personalities, a tactical masterclass.
This match has everything a football fan could ask for.
Drama, passion, world-class talent, and so much history.
We've done our best to analyze it all, the data, the predictions, but
at the end of the day,
it's the players who will decide it.
Their skill, their heart, their desire to win.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because this Sunday history will be made again at the Etihad.
It's going to be electric.
Two of the best teams in the world going head-to-head.
We're in for a treat.
Drama, excitement, and maybe even a few surprises.
Who knows what's going to happen? That's why we love this game.
So use what we've talked about today to enhance your viewing experience.
Whether you're a die-hard fan or just a casual observer, this is a match you won't want to miss.
Pay attention to the little details, the tactical battles, the individual duels, the ebb and flow of the game. And maybe, just maybe, we'll witness something truly magical, something that nobody predicted.
That's the beauty of football. You just never know.
This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us on this journey through one of football's greatest rivalries.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of sports.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the passion for the beautiful game alive.